The Sifuna East Member of Parliament, Junet Mohamed, finally has accepted that Edwin Sifuna now is so presidential and has reached a level where he can campaign for presidency. This was said after having a conference with the other ODM leaders where they met grassroots leaders from more than 30 counties, where they were speaking and where they talked about charting a new journey of success of ODM party. Now here they were addressing the press, where they were giving their aspirations and what they had discussed in that meeting, and asked President William Ruto to make sure that he has given them a 50-50 deal in the coming negotiations, such that they will have the deputy president from ODM and equal number of cabinet secretaries in the coming government. That is, if William Ruto will be fortunate to be re-elected in Kenya. Now, later on, they said something that got me thinking, and I felt it wise to bring it here so that we can analyze, and also I'll want your honest opinion at the end of the video. First, let us watch this video before I dive deep into today's analysis.
Yeah, and Orengo, who thought that he can become president after Raila, but I'm for sure he's coming back home. I can tell you. From what I saw yesterday in Kitale, an old man cannot be subjected to declare himself party leader. At least you can even get an MCA to declare you a party leader, an MCA of someone. You are declaring yourself. That means we will welcome him back home. We will welcome him back soon. There will be very soon homecoming party for Orengo to come back to
Is also extended to Embakasi East MP?
Embakasi East MP is our friend. Embakasi MP thought that by going that side, the Mulima people will vote for him. Now it is dawning on him that it is not possible. You watch our lips and watch our steps. All these people will come back to ODM. And they will all run on ODM.
They are more safe.
Yeah, they are more safe in ODM. Unless you have reached the kiwango of being now a presidential candidate. And for those who have reached that level, we wish them well. We are praying for them.
Now, that is Junet Mohamed speaking. He was referring to the Siaya Governor James Orengo and the rebels of ODM who have gone out of it to form another movement called Linda Mwananchi, and presumably they are doing so well. They have gotten people to like them. They have gotten the backing of Kenyans. People love Linda Mwananchi. People love their leader Edwin Sifuna, who is a rebel from ODM after they sent him away. So there's something that Junet said. He said, for Governor James Orengo, Babu Wino, the likes of Anthony Kibagendi, Senator Richard Onyonka, Barongo, all those people, at some point they will go back to ODM because it is the safest place to be. He was tentatively begging them. You know, in politics we don't use begging as a language. Someone gives it as a dry language, but you as a consumer, you bring it, or rather you synthesize it and expound it for yourself and realize they are desperate, they need them back. And that is why we have Kenyans Media, because here we chew and give you the soft copy of everything that is being spoken. Now, at the end of it, he said those people will come back and they will have a huge homecoming party to welcome them back home. Except those who have reached the level of vying for president. Those ones, they might not come back. So from that small statement, Junet Mohamed is confirming to Kenyans that finally he has accepted now that President, or rather the aspiring President Edwin Watenya Sifuna is now presidential and has reached the level where he can vie for presidential seat. You know, Edwin Watenya Sifuna, even Kenyans changed his name recently. Nowadays, he's not called Edwin Wakenya Sifuna. He's called Edwin Wakenya Sifuna. That is the new name that Kenyans branded him out of love, out of that, that feeling, that emotional feeling. I saw others crying when they saw Edwin Sifuna. That is pure love. And Junet Mohamed, who has been criticizing Edwin Sifuna all along, yesterday he accepted and kinda endorsed Edwin Sifuna because he told him not to come back to ODM because now he has reached a level of being a presidential candidate. He can do whatever he's doing and he wishes him well. That is the final statement, the final words he used that got me thinking. That tells you his heart is in Edwin Sifuna, but his pockets are in William Ruto. Because after all, in William Ruto, hapo ni cheki tu anaenda kuchukua. But naona tu penye mwelekeo wiko ni pale kwa Edwin Sifuna. And that is why we are telling you, towards 2027, things are going to change so much. People are going to people are going to align and realign. I've come to realize that whatever Wakenya Edwin Sifuna was saying recently is true. He said that many of the leaders in ODM have been reaching out, telling him that there are many things we are doing with William Ruto. There are some of the projects he has awarded us because we are with him. So please, don't close that window of realignment, because after the projects are done, we shall come back to you and form Linda Wananchi stronger than even ODM. There are people in ODM who feel right now that Edwin Sifuna is a reincarnate of Raila Amolo Odinga. We niambie tu, Bungoma County, Trans Nzoia County, tell me who else can recreate what happened in Bungoma. Tell me, after Raila, tell me any other leader who can pull such a crowd in the entire Bungoma County. Just let's consider just Bungoma. Tell me who can. I looked at the number of people who attended the Poster Grounds rally and I was mesmerized. I mean, that is only Raila Odinga who could do that. And to some extent, even Raila Odinga could not pull such a number of people in Bungoma as Edwin Sifuna. So people are seeing that and they are feeling that he is a reincarnate of Raila Amolo Odinga. So the better they align themselves with Edwin Sifuna, the better. Yeah? The higher they align themselves, the better. They know that. So for Junet Mohamed to say that if someone has reached a level, huyo muache tu na tunamuombea mema, that tells you that the heart of Junet Mohamed is secretly endorsing Edwin Sifuna. And Edwin Sifuna is something big. At some point, Edwin Sifuna, not even Edwin Sifuna, the people in ODM, they are advantaged by Edwin Sifuna's bid to be the president. Because they have a soft landing. If things become so hard for them in broad-based, they will land in Edwin Sifuna's party. They won't close doors for their old buddies in ODM. That one they know. If Edwin Sifuna becomes president, ODM shall have won. If Edwin Sifuna is the president of Kenya, all the credits should go to ODM because it nurtured Edwin Sifuna. It made him who he is. It made him a public speaker, someone who can speak to people and the people would listen, or the people can listen. So that credit will go to ODM. I'm very sure even Gladys Wanga, at the end of the day, she might even say, yeye ni Sifuna. Because the rate at which Edwin Sifuna's popularity is soaring and also rising is at the highest level. At some point, hata mzee Oburu ataachana mambo na power, asema hata yeye ni Sifuna. At this rate. Yeah? I don't know what you think. If that was endorsement or not, write it in the comment section. I'm here to read your comments and maybe it can form a basis of whatever we're gonna talk about in the next video. If you're new here, consider subscribing, liking, and sharing our content.